we are going to cover one of the Python framework, which is Flask. We have other frameworks, popular frameworks like Django as well. So if you don't know what is a framework, one second, yeah. So if you don't know what is a framework, I can say framework is nothing but when you try to write a code, okay, there will be n number of tasks which is like common throughout the developers. So those kind of tasks, those kind of libraries, auto suggestions, okay, various n number of other features which is like common for all developers who are working on a specific technology. It might be like a Flask, a Java framework. Okay, so Java framework is like Java related features will be there. Python framework means Python related features will be there. So which is not about coding, which is about the libraries, the way it helps for the ease of development. Okay, so that is what we call as a frameworks. It might be the automation of a smallest uh, unnecessary thing that a developer needs to spend time on, like recognizing some methods or fetching or doing some auto configuration which can be automatically done since it is common for all developers. So all those kinds of things will be done by a certain library which we call as a framework. So okay, this was just an example, but there are n number of other things which is like specific to each language but common across all the developers. So today we are going to only see the basics of Flask. Okay, so at the end of today's tutorial you will be understanding the flow of it. You will be understanding like how it is displayed, how it starts, what is the command to start, and what is the command to install. So that's how we are going to cover basic, so that once you see any other Flask application, you can easily understand and you can analyze, okay, this is happening here, from here the control will go to some other place. So that's how you will be able to recognize. So this is not the final for the Flask. Once this is done, we will be adding more and more features in this, and then we'll be having what we can say continuous playlist of this Flask. But for today it is only the basics of Flask. So if you are already familiar, you can skip this and move on to the next video in the playlist. But yeah, so let's get started. So first thing is you need to make sure that you have a Python installed on your system. So most preferred is like 2.7, but yeah, we have 3.6, 3.7, 3.8 as well. But yeah, because of backward compatibility and other issues, you can see what is the difference between all those versions and then you can choose. But preferred one is 2.7. the one that I am using is 3.6. okay, so it's up to you because it is compatible, and I am not using any such features which is like only was there in previous version and is not there now. So I'm using the common features, so that's why it's fine for me. Okay, so how will you get these Python versions? Either you install Python or either you install Anaconda or Conda. So that I've told in the previous videos in this playlist, so that you can go through. So once you are done with that, you can, I'm using the IDE called PyCharm. So this IDE is a community version, free of cost. You can go to the official website and download the community version of PyCharm. And yeah, so that was it. And then we'll simply open a new project and we'll make sure that in our settings, okay, we have this project, one second, Python debugger. Yeah, so this debugger, one second, there will be environment variables. Let me show you that for a minute. Project interpreter. Okay, so here you can see you need to select which interpreter and which Python version you want to use. So this 3.6 I got with Anaconda, so I am not installing Python separately because there will be a package which comes along with Anaconda. So that's what I am having as of now. And then so I am able to see this because initially there will be nothing, and then I need to click on settings, add, and then you need to choose your Conda environment where you have conda.exe. so this will be where you have usually installed. So there this file will be there, and you need to simply add that here so that it will detect all the Python versions available and you can choose out of this. So this 2.7 I have like separately installed the Python, but yeah, so this 3.7 came along with the Anaconda. So yeah, that's it about settings and installations. So before using this, if you we'll have a package manager called pip. So to install Flask, you just need to type pip install Flask. Okay, so if that is done, then we are good. So let's get started with the demonstration and then we'll look into the code. Okay, let me start this app. So I can see it is started on localhost 5000. So I'll open my Chrome. Okay, I'll open localhost 5000, and then this is the home page. So just to see how it goes, the control, then while seeing the code you will easily understand. So here I simply select what mode I am having. Let me say I am excited. So the message I can say is I am excited, and I'll simply submit. And as soon as I submit, the control will go to my Flask app. So that app I'll refer as it is a server. Okay, so my control will go to server, and then it will give me a response. So when I submit, you can see developers mode is I am excited. Okay, just leave that, just see that some message is coming. Okay, or else I can okay, you just see that developers mode is I am excited. So that message we got from the home page. Let me go back and let me select some other inspired. Now let me submit it. Okay, you can see based on my response what I'm selecting, the background is changing and the message is changing. Message is I am excited again because I have not changed anything here. I am inspired. Okay, submit. So developers mode is I am inspired, and the color is different. Now similarly final option is happy. I am happy. So you can see again the color is changing. So here don't focus on what how the UI is designed. So because our context is not about learning the UI here, our context is what is Flask, how the control goes and all. So basically what I wanted to show you is here I am giving some input, the control is going to our server, that is Flask application, some logic is applied, and then we are getting a result. So that result is based on our inputs. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, so I'll minimize this demonstration and let me clear everything and show you. Okay, so as soon so first how we write code is from Flask. This we got from the pip install Flask, and whatever we are going to use, we are libraries, we are going to add it one by one here. Okay, so yeah, this is not required. And let's so first thing we write is Flask and then name. So this will give me an object of class app. So here I am basically pointing to all the functions. So let's say Flask is a class, and now I have the object of class Flask, and I can use all the functions of Flask. So one of such function is I am using app.run. Okay, so let me tell you, as soon as I start the application, the first method that is executed is the main method. Okay, so here it is saying if the function name is main, okay, then run this code, and my function name is main, so this will be run, and this will be run based on multiple attributes that I'll give. So as of now, just I have given debug is equal to true, and you can like go to the documentation, or you can click on it. You can see all the other options like which port, you can see which port I want to configure. So yeah, all these things I can configure. So this was my main functions, and you can see as soon as the application starts and I click, suppose application is running on 5000, which is by default port number, and as soon as I write localhost 5000 on my browser, okay, it will hit a base. You can see here no path is mentioned. So app.round means all the APIs. So APIs means the way we communicate with the application, or the application communicate with other applications. So basically, if suppose here I am writing some name, and when someone is calling that name, this logic will get executed. Okay, so similarly someone is calling this name, this logic, that is the function written behind under that name will get executed. So that's the overall thing. And now method get or post. Okay, so what does this method says? So get means when you ask for something and you don't need to pass any other information, but you just need to call something. Okay, like here you simply calling this and you are not passing any other information about that, so that is called get. But when you are calling something, okay, and that is you are calling some API and you are passing some information as well, so that time we use post. Similarly we have put. So here get means for getting, post means to send some information, put means to update some information, delete means to delete some information. So that's how all these methods are said. But technically if we see difference between this get and post is, if you are passing some information in the body, okay, this is the body, let's say. So if you are passing anything in the body, that will be Okay, so here like this is not body, this is something we are sending. So here when you are calling send message, I am expecting something, that is this form. Okay, so this form I am getting in the body. So because I am expecting this, if someone wants to call me, they should be using post method. So post method is simply says that you call me, along with that I want all the forms, all the attributes that is required for execution of my logic. So that was about our methods, and this was about the API. So API is like some name is exposed, you can say in layman's terms, some names are exposed and the methods to access those names are fixed, and once someone is calling that, the logic under that name or HTTP method will get executed. So that is API in the layman's term, and this is how we are defining a function. So this definition of function is like, this is a Python language, so you already know how to write a function and what is a function. So if you don't know, you can again go to the previous videos where I have explained about what is classes and what is functions, and you can refer that. But yeah, this is how we write a function. So when this is called, this function will get executed. So here we have a function called render template. Okay, so if you see my structure, so static means all the content which will never change, the static content like CSS. Templates mean all the HTML code I will write in here. So here when someone is hitting me initially with the get request with nothing, like no name, that is localhost 5000, that's it. At that time this will be hitted and it is rendering index.html. Okay, so return means it will give return, but here we are using a function return template. That means we want to return a front end page or UI page. Okay, so that index.html whatever it will contain, okay, that will be written. So when I am hitting localhost 5000, this is the UI that is getting written. Okay, I hope that is clear. And as soon as I click on submit, okay, you see as soon as I click on submit, it is going to a different URL called send message. So what's happening here is, let me open this, and this is a UI, no problem. So as soon as you click on submit, if you are familiar with HTML tags, that's fine. Otherwise, as soon as you click on this tag to this URL, it will be going with this method post. Okay, and in the body all this will be sent. Okay, like mood, message. So these two I am passing as a body, so that will be sent along with this request, that is request to this URL. So that's how when this is it and the request is going to send message, now we are calling a logic or API whose name is send message. So let me go here and see, send message is there, yes it is there. So it means someone is calling this API, so the function written under this will get executed. So here we are simply checking the method is post or not, and if yes, the body must have been provided. Okay, so in the body I am getting whatever the value written under the form. Okay, so that I am fetching in the mode. Similarly I am getting the value of message. So message and mode, if you can see, this is the mode, these are the values. Similarly this is the message, and whatever will be writing under this input type text. So if you are familiar with HTML, I hope that you will understand this. So whatever value I am writing in this message, that I am accessing in the num1. So based on the values I am simply doing some new string, creating a new string, and that I am returning, if you can see, render template. So just a moment back we have said render template means return a user interface. So here our HTML page is message.html, and in that I am passing two attributes. So one is the string that I have created and the class name. So this is like a custom attributes, and its name I am giving the mood. Okay, so mood might be happy, excited, inspired. So this will return what? This will return me message.html. So here I am simply printing the message whatever I got, and then I am also changing the class name. Okay, so here I am writing whether the class name was happy, inspired, excited. So based on that, what background color should be coming, that I have defined in CSS. So let me show you that as well. In style.css, here I am said if the class is happy, this should be the background color. If it is inspired, this should be the background color. So I hope that is clear. So this I did just to show you that okay, there is something that is coming from the app.py, that is here app.root. So here, because it was our small application, we have written the app.routes and everything in the same Python pages, but there will be a structure where to, okay, so this is route, right? So where to write the routes, okay, where to define the our business logic, okay, where to do the middleware things, where to authorize, where to authenticate, okay, and when the logout happens, what to be done, and if we are dealing with the databases, okay, where should we write the queries. So all those different folders, or we can say structures, will be there, but that is for a big Flask application. So that also we will cover, but for the basic to understand what is happening, this was our flow. You call it n number of times, it will get executed. You call this n number of times, this will get executed. So I hope this basic flow you are able to understand. If you have any queries with respect to this, please write down in the comment section. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you.